All right, I'm excited about this video, new for VRA 2.0. So we are still in the record module, and you just learned the ultimate video framework, right? How I structure my videos to get maximum engagement so that they can get people to take action, that you can drive results for your brand and for your business, and even that can influence ranking. And I still use that same framework week in and week out on my content, with the exception of being the way that I end videos. Sometimes I'm doing it a little bit different, embracing these new features. So I just want you to have these so that you can make the best decision for your content pertaining to these new features on YouTube. Now, the first thing to note here is that old school annotations or YouTube annotations have been discontinued. Now, if you're new to YouTube, you don't even need to worry about it, but maybe you've been around for a while and you've used these before. Well, what they have been replaced by is what YouTube is calling end screens and cards. So let's dive into it. So the new feature is YouTube cards. Now, this won't really influence your video framework too much, but this is something you definitely should be using. And where cards pop up is there's a little clickable eye in the upper right-hand corner of a video. And if somebody clicks on that, it opens up and it can lead to other videos. It can lead to a playlist. It could even lead off of YouTube to a website or a landing page or anything that you want to do. And so the way a card looks is like this little eye. And if you click on it, so you can get to these other videos. And the other thing that you can do is you actually schedule, or rather you program that where this card shows up is at a certain point in your video, and that when the video reaches that point, it'll actually pop out in the upper right-hand corner and it'll show you that card. So people will have the opportunity to be like, okay, do I want to learn more about that? They can click on it, see what it is, and then click through and maybe watch another video or take action on something. So cards are super cool and something that can help boost the effectiveness of your channel overall. And so what cards can do for you is you can add a card up to 5 per video. You can add them anywhere in the timeline of your video. You never want to put them too close together, because if they pop out, they can't really pop out over top of each other. And so there's definitely strategy that goes into where you want to place your cards. But you can do a video or a playlist. You could link another channel. There's a way to do a donation button. You could do a poll, and you could even say that in your video. I'm curious what you guys think. Let me know in the card above. It won't take them off of the video. People will just be able to vote. And then you can also link out to an approved website, and YouTube will walk you through. You go to your creator studio and link up your approved website. Once you get your website approved, and YouTube will walk you through that step, then you could link out if you want to drive traffic to your website or growing your email list or something like that. So the way you create cards is you go to your creator studio, you go to your video manager, or you pick a particular video, and then you click cards. And then you can put them anywhere you want in the video time-wise, and then you can add different types of cards that you want to add. Now, the other new feature, and this will affect the way you end your videos if you want to use these, is called end cards. And what these are is, and what's great about both of these is they work on mobile. And these days, YouTube is at least 50% mobile viewership. I saw a recent stat that said about 80% of people kind of online in general are mostly accessing content on mobile. And that's why it's so important to use these new tools so that people on their mobile device can take action on these. So on this video, I've added the subscribe button through the end cards, as well as 2 different videos. And you can see, if you actually watch this video, best pop filters reviewed, you'll see how it ends, and this end card pops up at the end. Now, here's a huge point to make. End cards only work during the last 20 seconds of your video. Now, this is the thing that influences my current video framework in a couple ways. Number one, I recommended doing bloopers, and I personally can still, a lot of times will do bloopers at the very end of my video after kind of a call to action. The thing is, if you're adding bloopers on, these end cards are only going to work during the last 20 seconds period. So strategically, you may want to, once you start landing the plane on your video, you may want to end within 20 seconds. And during those 20 seconds, which is obviously very quick. So your messaging becomes more concise. But during those 20 seconds, you're saying subscribe, and they can click on the screen to subscribe. You could say check out another video, or also end cards can link away to a download as well. So it's kind of limited, but one of the things I'm noticing is it does force you, if you embrace this, to land the plane quick. And when you study your audience retention, this is not a bad idea, because when people hear you closing, if they hear you say, well, hey, thanks for checking out this video, definitely subscribe, they usually start leaving anyways. So it maybe is a best practice to just start not having as long of an outro and bloopers like I do in the Ultimate Video Framework. But I still experiment with both. So in this particular case, you go to your Creator Studio, pick a video, go to end screen and annotations, and then you can arrange these on the screen inside of this grid and decide which is which. So in one case, here I've got a playlist, and then I also have one that I select that's best for viewer, and then there's the subscribe button. You can put these elements anywhere you want on the screen. Now, quick power tip here, and this is an example of me doing kind of a hybrid approach where I still end the video the same way I recommended in the ultimate kind of video blueprint that I use. And what I did was, even though I have this visual call to action and we haven't updated that, I still add the subscribe button and the best for viewer video just on top of it. As a minimum, for almost any of your old videos that are performing and any new content, I recommend turning these on for the last 20 seconds because they could be very effective. And the power tip is, when you pick best for viewer, what that is actually going to do is it's analyzing the viewer, and it's going to serve them the best one of your videos that YouTube thinks they'll watch. And YouTube wants watch time. So you're basically putting the ball in their court to pick the best video for whoever's watching, and it'll be different. The other thing that YouTube will know, it'll be different than for each individual person. It's tailored to the viewer. So an example of that would be, if somebody watches a lot of your videos but hasn't seen a very popular one of your videos, YouTube wouldn't recommend the videos that person has seen. YouTube would know they've watched your videos, but maybe doesn't know that one of your top 10 wasn't watched by them, and maybe it'll recommend that one. And so this gets the highest click-through rate, the highest probability of someone being interested into it. So I've just kind of found that best for viewer seems to perform the best. All right, in the next video, I just want to share an advanced card strategy with you while we're still in this record module. So I'll see you in the next video.